This is, for me, an historic occasion. I have looked forward to this day that we can begin a process of building a new bond of unity amongst the people of Plateau. And I want to sincerely thank you individually for receiving this invitation and agreeing to show. Indeed, like someone said, after elections, we begin to look at governance. And governance concerns all of us because we have our individual quotas to contribute to the governance process. I want to congratulate you for the years of hard work that you have put in to rise to where you are today. Can we put our hands together for ourselves? It may be true that nobody lent you any helping hand to get to where you are. But I believe that in line with the federal system we operate, that you simply got here also because there was a space in the case of some of you for Plateau or for the zone that you represent. And so first and foremost, this meeting, this gathering tonight is for us to know that we exist. I had an interesting experience some months back when I went to the house of one of our prominent citizens here on the Plateau in company of someone who had retired from the federal service. I guess both of them have been in Abuja for not less than 20 years and they had never met. And I think it is time to end such kind of nonchalance. And I want to say this, that it is not possible to know somebody except you make effort. All of us that came into Abuja, I know initially you came in search of greener pastures, you came in search of what to do to help yourself and your family. But God has raised you to a point where you need to look beyond yourself and your family. And you need to know that the destinies of many people are connected to your destiny. And therefore, the essence of this gathering tonight is to begin to engender in us the spirit of my brother's keeper. How can we put ourselves together and create the necessary synergy that will help us to be able to build the image of Plateau State within the federal system, and hopefully that there will be dividends that we can reap from such synergy. In Nigeria today, it is out of sight, out of mind. If you are not on the discussion table, nobody remembers you. Fortunately for us, several of you are sitting on many discussion tables. But perhaps, if we can conscientize you the more, to know that some of you are holding the knife that can cut many pieces of meat. And we want to beg you tonight that if there is an opportunity to cut a slice for Plateau, please don't hesitate to do so. We need you. Many of you are self-sufficient in several ways. But I bring to you tonight the cries of several younger people on the Plateau to tell you that we need you where you're occupying. We need you. We need you to be a voice for us where employment is being given. We need you to be a spokesperson for us where project sites are being decided. We need you to be our representative where lots of discussions centered around development are being decided. We also need you where some adverse decisions are being taken against some subnationals, that God will raise you there to be able to quench any fire that can consume us. Often than not, this representation cannot be effectual except we are together. Sometimes you may have the information, but you do not have the access. And with the right information, you can be able to raise another Plateau citizen that has a better access than you. And in order for us to create this needed synergy, we need to bind together. We need to come together. Plateau is your first constituency. And I'm glad that we are here tonight with Ambassador Bagudu Grise, who was privileged to be a commissioner in the Federal Civil Service for 8 years? 10 years. And from Plateau constituency, he developed a constituency in the entire north central of Nigeria. In fact, I dare say in the entire Middle Belt, because I have met people. When I was in the Nigerian law school, I lived with somebody from Gombe, whose wife was drawn from Gombe, then Bauchi, to the Federal Civil Service, and he attributed it to our dear uncle and father. May that spirit be reawoken in us. You know something that happens with Nigerians abroad? Each time you get abroad, I don't know if it has happened to you, and you are walking around and you see a Nigerian, there's an excitement, isn't it? And that's the kind of excitement I want us to have amongst ourselves here in the Federal Capital Territory. The way you see or hear a Plateau man, that there's an excitement in your heart. I never met Rose Dong before, but when I heard that she was a commissioner in the upstream regulatory commission, the former DPR, I was excited. And to think more, she's an elder sister, and let me be selfish, she's a GOSA member. Yes, thank you, Madam Rose. And I want to thank you. I want to thank the Permanent Secretary, Kachalok Dachu. We had reasons to draw her attention to something that had potential to be detrimental to the interests of Plateau, and she rose to the occasion. That's what we want. I had a political hiccup when I came in one of the government offices. I had to fall back on the good sons and daughters of Plateau, and they fought through. Thank you. I don't want to mention names. And we're able to sort it out. This is the spirit. And I want to let you know that this is not going to be a one-off interaction. We'll make this many times in a year. And it's auspicious that this is coming at a very critical moment in the government timetable. This is the time that budgets are being finalized. It is possible that we may be late on several fronts, but it is never over until it is over. And I want you to go back to your office on Monday with a new mindset, that if something you can still do to influence the budget for 2024 in the interest of Plateau, please don't fail to do it. And that's why we're here together with our National Assembly members. Because after you have done your bit, they would also have their role to play. And if we are not working in synergy, we will not be able to achieve the kind of results that we desire. For several of you, going home has always been a challenge. Today, after you pass Akwanga, it's a tall and later became. Because thereafter, you know that, and you know several of you are entering into the category of anthropology. And you know that spare parts for old vehicles are difficult to find. So we hope we can get this road fixed as soon as possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to make too long a speech, but I'm sure I've driven home the essence of tonight's meeting, that it is time, and the time is now, when we must come together as a united people. Because united we stand, divided we fall. We must lift up one another's hands. And I'm glad there are even some retirees in our midst. And I am pretty sure that if you didn't squander your goodwill while in service, that there's a lot you can still do, even in retirement. And so I appeal to you tonight to know that yes, you came on your own to look for a job. You have struggled on your own to get to where you are. But I want to remind you again, the destinies of many lives are tied to your destiny. May you not be the reason why some people will regret that Plateau is not well represented in Abuja. I want you to know that we've had mixed fortunes about our relationship with Abuja. Sometimes we have made good of it, and a lot could have been done better. And I want us to discover a new energy and strength and commitment to making sure that Plateau becomes one of the states to be reckoned with among the committee of states in Nigeria. We therefore count on your support, count on your cooperation, count on your contribution. We can only be great if we ride on your shoulders to become great. May you avail yourself. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for